Well, hey everybody. Got today job to do. So I wasn't sure if it was ever going to stop raining, and it did. But I picked up these bees the other day from my buddy Ryan, and we did a little bit of swapping. So Ryan and I have done this before where he's got bees more than he needs. I've got equipment. Not bragging, but I make a lot of my own. And this is the second time now we've done a swap for basically bees for equipment. And both times we've done that, it's been a very equitable and different. Equitable and equal or different proposal. So the deal with these ones is they came to me in the purple and purple. I think that's purple. I don't see colors all the time. They came to me in these two mediums anyway. I threw this deep on there yesterday. Through the raindrops, I did a real quick dribble, oxalic acid dribble. So our job today is to get them into my equipment. So these two mediums are Ryan's, in the bottom and the lid as well. And they'll go back to him with frames. We'll do a frame exchange. And so today we're just going to go through the process of actually kind of doing an inspection and also taking them out of his boxes and putting them into my boxes. And then I'll get his boxes back to him and we'll do a frame exchange as well. Something I do want to be aware of is you may see the volume of bees flying around. I did watch them for a little while before I turned the camera on, and I just was trying to determine if those were orientations or if they were robbing. And honestly, they look a lot alike. This time of year you have to be very conscious of whether your bees are getting robbed. I do have a couple colonies here. One that's fairly strong across the way, probably about 30 feet away. I have the queen castles going again. Honestly, not very impressed with them this go around, but that's showbiz, baby. But I don't want to, I guess what I'm saying is I don't want to be all day doing this task. But I want to be thorough, but quickly. So what we'll do here, this was the top, obviously the top. This was a deep nook. I grabbed some drawn frames just to give them space the other day, based off of, they were packed in this double fiber. One less hive beetle. So I think what I'll do is I'll use this, the top of the queen castle as kind of a work table. Not kind of a work table, it would be a work table. I'm going to put Ryan's lid on. The bricks you'll see here in a moment. Once I get this lifted up. And what that'll let me do is put them out of the way. And what I'd like to do, but I'm not going to be married to it, is I'd like to keep the orientation of the boxes the same. So this being the middle, I would like to keep it the middle. Oh boy. I'm not left-handed. So what we'll do, now we've got the bottom beside the new bottom. I want to try to get it pretty close to where it's going to go in real life. Close enough is good enough. And now we can get started with our semi-inspection / moving day. These are, I haven't had any of these yet. These are acorn plastics. I've been using some Pureco plastics, but this looks like it's got some honey started, some nectar, drawn out good enough. I'm just going to kind of buzz through these, pun absolutely intended. Got a little bit of nectar on it. I'm just going to look briefly at each frame. It's got some pollen in it as well. Those dark spots that aren't bees, that's pollen. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of look at the status of it. Call it inspection as I'm going. Try to show you anything that's interesting. Some brood on here. This is a black plastic foundation, larvas, baby larvas. Good brood pattern in the middle of that. Eggs laid out around. Looking good. So obviously, oh, look at that. That's a good one. Good brood on both sides there. Beauty. Beauty. The color boxes is different, as you could see. I'm using my scheme with brown and white. Next one will be white. And his were purple, and I can't tell if that's purple or clear. Either way, for me, it's going to be location is going to be more critical than color. It's a pollen food frame here. A lot of pollen in there. Location is going to be what's going to keep these bees in here. As they do hatch out, the ones that are currently larvas or eggs will only ever know this house. Just making sure, I'm gonna look in here, make sure I didn't leave the queen on this box. So far I don't see her. All right, now we'll move down to the next medium, which for me is gonna be this white one. Again, just trying to get it close enough. Then what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to put them for a moment back in their original location. Make it a little bit easier to work. I'm thinking really hard about keeping this one as 5 frames and trying to overwinter it. Ryan and I have talked about that several times. And it seems like a good experiment. Why not? This has just got some nectar on it, edge frame. So, you know, with two mediums in a deep nook so far, this is very heavy with nectar, and some capped honey there. Pollen below that. This is a good food one. Not a good food. There's some advantages to that 5-frame philosophy. Say that 3 times fast. 5-frame philosophy, 5-frame philosophy, 5-frame philosophy. I did it. But I knew it was coming. So here's another one. Oh. Well, we've got some larvae with some jelly and some queen cells. Isn't that funny? Ryan, you gave me something that's fixing to swarm. Wouldn't that be funny? All right. Decision day with this. I'm gonna leave that one in here. Pull this next one, this black plastic. Great brood. There's a great brood there. Oh man, packed on. He didn't tell me what the queen looked like in this one. I didn't ask, he didn't say. But she's packed this one wall to wall. What a queen. What a queen, wow. Put you in the middle. This one here, he has it tied with some cord. Not sure why exactly, but it'll be all right. It will hurt nothing. It will hurt nothing to leave it in that way. Oh, caught a small hive beetle in it. We're gonna leave that cord. It won't hurt anything. We'll get it out of there sooner or later. Looking in the queen, looking in this box again for the queen potentially. So let's talk about this. All these queen cells, let's count. Ones with larvae or jelly in them, 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 on the bottom don't have anything. Pinch them away. This one's empty as well. Oh my, more of them, more of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wowzers. That's just on the one side. Doesn't seem to be any on this side. All right. Well, here's what we'll do. I had one of these chambers in the Queen's Castle fail to charge. So I'm going to change this frame with all these queen cells on it into the chamber, white chamber that didn't charge, and see what they do. Would have been a little handier if they'd had less queen cells on one frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down to the 2, honestly just the 2 that I pick arbitrarily, and change out this medium frame into the Queen Castle. Then I'll put this top deep on, button it up, and stay tuned. So hope that was interesting or useful or worth the price of admission for you. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. If you think it's worth it, content was decent, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I did want to send a big thank you to my friend Rick. Rick's watched my videos, and this old AI Root, old smoker, Rick gave this to me one day a couple months ago. Didn't know the condition or anything, but said, hey, if it's only good for decoration or whatever. But I was able to do some repairs to it, just very minor, and I got it smoking. I'm telling you this is absolutely my go-to smoker anymore. I have one that's a couple seasons old, but I like this smoker so much more. So Rick, credit to you as my prop master. Other than that, thanks for watching. I hope you found that useful.